And we're back, guys. Happy New Year to everyone. This video, we're going to take a look at the Auckland draw, some live scores, results, and remember my device. I had to order a replacement screen. Once it comes in, I will be repairing it myself, and then I can provide live, up-to-date tennis coverage, scores, advice, and of course, we'll be back with prediction videos. It's tough because I cannot access the data I need to access on my work computer. So when I'm home in the office, really I'm just looking at some of the results that have happened already. Like this match here, Iga Swiatek versus Belinda Bencic. Listen, you guys follow the channel, you know I have a love-hate relationship with Iga. After meeting her, I can honestly say I love her more than I dislike her. And the reality here is I think look, she's the #1 tennis player on tour, so I have to like her because I have to cover her matches. Look, I think she's highly skilled, highly talented. Belinda Bencic, one of the best baseliners there is. Now listen, guys. Joseph, you said Belinda Bencic is going to win the US Open. Listen, guys, watch out, okay? I have a subscriber that is predicting Belinda Bencic will win the US Open. Now, if this comes true, some of you guys are going to get rich. Now, let's take a look at this match here. Iga Swiatek, 2 aces. She had trouble getting the ball in play. I don't know if this is a sign of things to come, but I have stated that I do not think Iga's going to dominate the tour this year. I think the tour is much more competitive. A lot of athletes and tennis players have had the time to adjust to Iga's skills. They're training harder. They're looking at the film. And I just I don't see her dominating this year. I don't see a 20 match win streak or a 37 match win streak. Not going to happen. She had trouble getting the ball in play in this match. She won 70% of her first serves. She had 2 aces. She won 62% of her second serves, but she gave up 3 breakpoint opportunities. Now, Belinda Bencic, she's a baseliner, guys. We all know that. I think she plays well on clay and hard. Her game transitions to all surfaces because she's a baseliner. She had 3 aces in this match, 2 double faults. She literally got 65% of her first balls in play, but only won 58% of her first serves. 4 for 7, saving breakpoint opportunities. This is the type of matchup where Iga's going to win because not only does she have the better footwork, she's a better mid-range player. She's got the serve and volley. She can make shots from all angles on the court. Belinda Bencic, I don't want to say she's one-dimensional, but if you can get her moving forward and side to side like Iga does with most opponents, this is a match that Iga's just going to win. So very great value on Iga playing a big name like Belinda Bencic. This is a match where literally you can take Iga comfortably and enjoy the benefits of picking someone like Iga. Just the versatility that she has is it's too much for Belinda Bencic. Now listen, guys, I do like Belinda Bencic. She's a hard hitter. She's a baseliner. I think she's a solid player. Just watching some of that old footage, I want to say maybe 2015 when she beat Serena Williams in Canada, that was amazing. Watching a young Belinda Bencic come through. But nonetheless, Iga's through, and listen, guys, meeting Iga in person, I think she's classy. I think she's a great player. Now, I said earlier last year that I didn't agree with some of the tactics she was doing, but I don't think she was doing that on purpose. Well, actually, I take that back. I think she was doing it on purpose. I don't think she needed to do it. I just think she felt disrespected. She wasn't getting the primetime matches. I think that was disrespectful. And literally the media wasn't covering her win streak as they should have. So that was disrespectful. But Iga, she's #1. She's highly skilled. She's highly talented. But I don't think she's going to dominate this year. I think she has a great chance to defend at the French Open. But I don't think she's going to defend at the US Open. And I do not see her winning the Australian Open or Wimbledon. Stay tuned. Alright, guys, the big story on tour right now. Ken Win Zhang taking out Anett Kontaveit. Now listen, guys, if you follow the channel, I've told you Ken Win is going to hold serve. And I hope you got the subliminal message that I sent last video. Kinwin's going to hold serve, and Annette's going to hold serve. That's telling you this match is going to go over. Yes, Kinwin holds literally 80% of her service games. So her serve is so dominant, she's going to hold, but she's not a great returner. So that means a lot of the matches she plays in, much like a Rebecca Marino, are going to go over. Now, Kinwin had 6 aces this match. She only committed 1 double fault, which is really, really good. Annette Kontaveit, she had 3 aces, and she had a couple double faults. But the reality here is Annette Kontaveit, she hasn't really been active. So that's something that you definitely want to look forward to. I'm not sure what's going on there, but Kinwin Zhang, she did win 60% of her first serves, 77% of her second serves. Annette Kontaveit only won 59% of her first serves. Kinwin Zhang is such a great returner. You saw what she did to Sloane Stephens last year. Come on, unbelievable. But the reality here is Kinwin Zhang, I do think she needs to work on her return game. I mean, literally, she only wins about 20% of her return game. So she can hold, but she's not a really good defender. And this is a matchup here where, look, Annette Kontaveit, she's rusty. And again, much like a Danielle Collins, she's doing a lot of things off court. And I don't know. I just felt Annette Kontaveit last year in 2022. I mean, it's not like she was really injured for most of the year. So it's like, what's really going on there? But the reality here is Kinwin Zhang, she's a future star. She's a rising star. And don't forget, Alicia Parks, she dominated Kinwin Zhang. So imagine what Alicia Parks is going to do this year. Now, is United Cup, is that really going to help Alicia Parks? Because I don't know. I mean, because you figure right now, if you figure that she's practicing with the best of the best, then the reality here is it's going to be better for her. But just missing the opportunity to play these Australian tournaments, I don't know. We're going to see how she looks at the Australian Open, but she's going to need to do a really, really thorough job here of just making sure she's in shape, her stamina's good, because the Australian Open is her big chance to climb the rankings. I'm predicting Alicia Parks will make it to the round of 32. If she can do that, sky's the limit for her. And moving on to other matches, how about Elizabeta taking on Blinkova? Look, now I said in the previous video that Blinkova is going to be the lock for this match. And it's very simple. I think Blinkova just has better fundamentals. I think Elizabeta she's got a good mid-range backhand. She loves to come cross court with it. But I think Elizabeta is a much better clay player. She's from Italy. Blinkova's from the Federation. I think overall she's much more disciplined. She's got better fundamentals. I think she's got better footwork. And I think she's got a better forehand. I like opponents that have strong forehands, because I think when you're on the move, you can find that equilibrium and really hit the winners. Hit the winners when you need them the most. But yeah, this was the lock I said in the previous video. I would take Blinkova to win. A couple matches I was really sure of. Blinkova was one of them. How about Elena Ruse? Listen, Gabriella Elena she makes a lot of double faults. Now, I think she's got like 9 aces in this match. She's nearly given away 2 service games in double faults. She makes a lot of double faults. She's not someone I would back consistently, but I did say this is a match she should win. But I would be very, very interested to see where she lands the next round, because you're not going to go deep in tournaments making a lot of double faults. Mid last year, when the tournament hit grass, she was making a ton of double faults. She could barely get the ball in play. She was on the fade list. Stay tuned, because once I get these preview and prediction videos up and running, once I get my device fixed, guys, we're gonna have some solid picks. And a little disappointed because I literally have like 20 for 20 in free prediction videos, but stay tuned, guys. But Elena Ruse, this is the type of competition she should beat, and she's struggling against it. But she's headed to victory. She should get the victory here as expected, but she's making a lot of mistakes, so stay tuned. Next, Emma Raducanu, literally a 4-hour match with the delay. Now listen, guys, Linda, Brenda, I still don't know who's who, literally. But Linda's 17. Listen, she's the older sister. And listen, guys, this is a match where I said if Emma Raducanu loses this, she needs to take a break. Linda did win the first set. Now, if you pay attention to this match, you could have got Emma Raducanu as a huge underdog to win this match, which rightfully so. She's gonna win this match. Let's be honest with you. But I do think Linda's one of the toughest players on tour. She's got a good backhand, makes a lot of mistakes though. She had a ton of aces in this match, so very surprised. A lot of ladies are serving very well, so stay tuned for that. I think we're gonna see probably the best service year when it comes to aces. So there's a lot going on there with the balls, so stay tuned with that. But Emma Raducanu, she gave a nice interview after winning this match, and she really gave kudos to Linda for being just a great upcomer. She mentioned that she's normally used to being the youngest player on the court. Now playing someone that's younger than her was a bit different from what she's used to. But listen, Emma Raducanu looks a little bit heavier, so I'm not sure how deep she's gonna go in this tournament. I'll have to double check the draw, but she looks a little bit heavier than what I'm used to seeing, so stay tuned. I'm probably gonna have a lock on her next match, so stay tuned. Rebecca Marino gets the win over Galfi. Nothing new there. Rebecca's going to hold serve. She gets the victory. Very good price for Rebecca Marino, especially someone that serves as well as her. The great servers, guys, they do make a lot of faults, but for the most part, they're able to hold because they're just so strong and powerful. So that's something to check for Rebecca Marino. Not someone I would normally back under most circumstances, but against Galfi, for sure I would. Madison Bringle versus Zhu. Look, guys, Madison Bringle loses, and I said, look, I would have to see her play to really see where she's at, because look, she's an American tennis player. She plays against some of the best players in the world, but again, sometimes, like I said, she shows up in yoga pants and, you know, hey, let's play a tennis match. I don't know. That's just not someone I would back consistently without seeing her current form. And right now, off to a rough start to start the year in Australia. All right, another lock that I liked here, Bonaventure versus Kat McNally. Now, look, I said McNally's going to have, look, she has the name value here in this matchup, but Bonaventure, the left-hander, I think she's much stronger. She has a great left hand. She's very powerful. And just a tough match for Kat McNally. Bonaventure, I love the value on her. I think she's just a better ball striker. McNally is definitely a good two-way player. She could bring her opponents forward and finish them. But I think McNally she's not the best baseliner. Facing someone like Bonaventure that's stronger, I think she's the better shot maker. She's got better angles. I just thought it was a bad matchup for Kat McNally, and just her having such a huge name value, Bonaventure was the play all day long there. Bernarda Pera losing to Kuzmova. Now look, I said Victoria, she's been playing a lot, came through qualifiers, and when you get someone like that coming through qualifiers, battle tested, I did think Bernarda Pera would probably win that match, to be honest with you, but Bernarda Pera, I've said, look, when she's facing opponents she should lose to, she normally beats them. But when she's facing opponents she should beat, she normally loses to. So look, Bernarda Pera, it's been a roller coaster ride with her entire career. I'm happy to see she finally won 2 championships last year. Long overdue, well deserved, but look, she just faced someone that's hot and someone that has rhythm, timing, her form down. And for the first match of the season, probably a match Bernarda Pera should have won, she wasn't able to pull it out. Ouch. Long hair, don't care. Listen, guys, Leylah Fernandez taking on Brenda Kvitova. Now, this is, look, Brenda, Linda, I don't know who's who, to be honest with you. Brenda's the younger sister, 6'1". I mean, come on, what do you expect? Like, she's not going to beat Leylah Fernandez, but I do think Brenda has I think she has solid fundamentals. I did say I do think she will win a Grand Slam eventually one day. I just think she's solid for a younger player, but come on, she's taking on a former Junior Slam finalist, a former main tour finalist, and a Slam US Open. Look, Leylah Fernandez is too much, too strong, too powerful. She's starting the year off right. She's in shape. She's healthy. Leylah's going to have a great year, guys. She'll be back, in the top 20 where she belongs. Possibly has a chance to make the WTA finals. This was the lock of the day. Great value. Like, come on. Put the house on that one. Leylah Fernandez is not losing to Brenda Kvitova. I'm sorry. Not happening. Next up, the queen, Venus Williams. Now, she beat Katie Valinets. The first set went to a tiebreak. Now, listen, guys. I'm not going to be on here disrespecting one of the greatest tennis players of all time. It's just not going to happen. This is a match I felt Katie should have probably been a 3-1 favorite. She was a 2-1 favorite. Can Venus Williams beat Katie Valinets? Well, she should, right? She's supposed to. But listen, guys, I'll be honest with you, and I just want to keep this as respectful as I can be. I think Venus, look, I just think she's hanging on too long. I feel if she does well during this Australian leg of the tour, it might be a detriment to her career, meaning she's going to hold on longer than she probably should. I do feel the Australian Open is going to be her last tournament. That's what I feel. But watching her channel and watching her speak, she doesn't plan on quitting. I don't know what's going on here, but the reality here is Katie Valinets, this is how Venus Williams was able to win this match. She won it in straight sets. She broke her twice in the second set. It is very simple. Venus Williams, her footwork is not that great at her age. Her movement is not good as well. But she has long strides. So she's able to close out and return because of her long strides, okay? She's got long strides. She's got long looping forehands and backhands. So she can cover ground that she needs to cover. She's not doing it in the fastest motion, but she's able to do it. And she's able to return shots. Now, when she's returning shots, she's literally using phenomenal spin. She's using a lot of redirecting. So her opponents can't really return especially Katie Valinets in particular, this match only with Katie. Katie was not able to return the way she wanted to because of the spin. Venus Williams really isolated a lot of her shots, and she really played defensive tennis, and she literally put the ball deep in the corners where Katie really couldn't return it. And look, this is prime Venus Williams. Prime Venus Williams at her best. She just doesn't have the movement or the footwork, but she did a really good job of using her top spin, redirecting, just keeping Katie on the defensive. I watched the match and I'm like, this is genius. This is how she has to play at her age, but the footwork is going to catch up with her. Oh, look, she's playing Zhu in the next round, and I have no idea what the odds are, and quite frankly, I really don't care. But the reality here is Venus Williams is going to run into trouble when she's facing opponents that have good vertical movement. Venus Williams can close out on the baseline. She can move horizontally. She has long strides. She has a long wingspan. She can cover the backhand. She can hit the forehand. But the reality here is if you get Venus Williams moving vertical towards the net, it's a wrap. Yes, it's a wrap. Someone like Katie Valinets doesn't really have the experience. And look, the matchmakers gave Venus Williams the match she needs to win finally. It's been like, what? How many matches has she lost? One of the subscribers, thank you for that information. Venus Williams has not done well. She's literally won like 4 out of her last 25 matches. But the reality here is Katie Valinets, not that experience. All she had to do, I mean, she doesn't have the drop shots or the slices. Get Venus Williams running vertical and it's a wrap. She can't do anything about that. She cannot cover the ground towards the net. But listen, I don't want to turn this into a video where I'm bashing Venus Williams. She's one of the greatest players ever in her prime. So amazing. She could really do it all, but she really hung on too long. I'm sorry. I mean, she hasn't made a Grand Slam finals in how long? And it's honestly, it's like watching, and look, I was too young, you know, but watching the old ESPN classics, it's like watching Muhammad Ali fight when he should have been retired. Watching him fight for money was ridiculous. And look, I wasn't even born. I was too young to really know about that. So a lot of what I've, you know, was able to watch on Muhammad Ali was years later. But the reality here is that was sad even then watching it. And watching Venus Williams play now, it's like, look, Father Time is undefeated, but I hope she has a wild card in the Australian Open. I would at least love to see her do what Serena did, you know, get to the round of 32 or something. But nonetheless, guys, this is good energy. Venus Williams wins. I'm happy for her. I hope she can beat Zhu. I would love to be her beat Zhu. But, you know, we'll see. The match needs to be played. Stay tuned, guys. I'm going to have some preview and prediction videos coming up. Thanks for all the love and support. If you listen to the video, please like the video. We are a small tennis channel. All the love and support, I appreciate it. Leave your comments, talk about tennis, any questions on players. Who's your favorite player? Who do you think's gonna win the Australian Open? What do you think about the United Cup? Anything. Talk about tennis, guys. I appreciate the love and support. Look, at this point, this is just late night tennis talk. We're rambling. This is how I used to do it last year. I appreciate the love. I will see you back soon. Stay